That's what we need right there. This little item right here. It's 3 inches this way, and it's total up right there. It's about 10 inches that way, and it's about 3 inches deep. I got a big hole in yonder, 2 small holes out here, 2 out there. Need to make more than one of those. So, you know, if you need to make more of one or something, you know, might as well build a jig. So that's what I did today. It's pretty heavy. Welded that thing up. Finished it up there today. Good to go. Press brake, shop built, built to need. So some of the dimensions on this is, that's a chunk of solid, it's some kind of 1018 I expect. It's 1.25 inches thick, and it's 5 inches wide, and it's 13 inches long. So you can do the math on how much that piece of chunk of steel. But I got some more of them down there. Couple pieces of angle iron right there. That's that 1/4 inch thick, 2 inch. I got a 1/2 inch spacer block right in the middle there, solid all the way across. 5/8 solid bar, 1018, welded. The whole mechanism there is welded together. Just welded it right there, you know, be cut in there and welded across there. I believe it'll be ample, strong enough. The function of it will be to bend that. So the other part to make that happen is this. So like a guillotine. And I went on ahead, and this is kind of, it's a dull sharp, and that's quite an angle right there. You know, it's really sharp. And I did it that way so that I could modify it if needed be. May need to be dubbed off a little more right there to produce. I don't want a sharp bend down there. I want that curl over bend. So with that in mind, I may have to dull that down a little bit. But raw material, that's some at that's 3/16. That's what this is right here. Measured out the same right there. You run your finger across there. 3/16 by 3. This piece ain't long enough, but the way you would use it, you would lay this out. Imagine it was one long piece, and you do the measurements on it right there. You know, just scribe you some lines on there. Put this right here in there like that right there. I put that in an arbor press over there. Press that thing down, and you'll have an angle right there, you know. And then you turn it around and do the other end. And then you do this one, and you turn it around, and you do that one. And when it's all said and done, you will have produced this thing. I'm from here in Middle Tennessee. I plain practice yard mowing. Sounds of nature. And we'll get some paint on this and get it over in the arbor press, and we'll make a couple of these right there. Now let's get back to listening to that radio. Well, you know the other measurements on this it's a die. It's two parts. I think there's two different names for this. But the uprights right here is well, they're 3.5 inches long. Them two pieces of pipe right there. That's that 3/4 inch handrail pipe they call that, bright pipe. And it's this year's a sliding fit inside of that. It works as a guide. And the blade is, you know, that's what was something over there. It's 3/8. That blade there's 3/8. And this is 1.5 inch schedule 40 pipe. Just a short length there. That thing's, that's 3.5 inches long. And outside diameter on that's 1 7/8. Inside's 1.5 inches. A little bit more. But, you know, just a little welding there, and I think we got a nice pressed die. Well, the paint's kind of the paint's kind of. I just painted it, but the sole function of the machine and is to make these parts here. So it's a bolster for an engine cart, and so I got the blueprint right there, and it's full size, penciled on a cereal box, a full size pattern right there. So I'll mark some lines off of there. And we'll bend that up over on that. That's a 20-ton jack I got. That's a 20-ton jack over in that press. I think it'd be enough, ample enough to press. That's 3/16 by 3 right there. You know. But I got some. That's 4 inch by an 1/8. We're going to try to bend some of that. But I think it'll be all right. It's just a simple press die. And we'll let that paint dry. We'll put it to use tomorrow. Y'all come on back. Oh yeah, I'll put that a little deeper right there. Center line. 17 inches overall. 3 inches, 4 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, 3 inches. This is what we're making right here. Front bolster. Modified McCormick Deering M. That's a modified version right there. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Let's go over and cut this off right now. But we were going by this, and this is a life-size version right here. If you put that up against that right there, it'll match right up. I verified it that the angles are correct and all. Drawed up the little sketch on the cereal box right there. And, well, the overall length on that right there, I'm going to pencil that in right here while I'm at it, is 12 inches from over yonder to over yonder. So, and we're going to drill some holes in here too. And we'll lay them out. machine through its paces. I think this would be the procedure. It's on a scribed line, and then I have right there on top of that, and on top of this one I have a mark right there to line the material up. And most of the time, if you line it up by those marks, the blade will line up exactly with the line, or you can line it up by the blade and these marks will line up. So it seems like it's working okay. But it's just a free-floating base there. So let's bend that piece of metal. Let's bend the other leg. The way that the angle that this is bent at with the same amount of pressure, I think the long leg on this side, it didn't make contact with nothing right there. So it's the perfect angle to work with in this application. That's where we at so far. The two bends up here, the flat ends will be broke from this side of the metal on this side. So I have to transfer this line over here to that side in order to facilitate that. Let's get that done. Well, that's what we're working with. We'll go bend those two to match that. Okay, we'll do the other side. Completed part. We'll get some holes drilled in that. Well, we'll see where we stand at on count this blueprint right here. This here I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's a little better than I suspected. Yeah, for real. Minimal, well, hardly none. The imprint of the that die press plate, whatever you call it, I'll have to look at it up. The imprint that it made on the steel there is, oh, it looks really good. I like that. That's 3/16 steel. The angles, you know, to verify it, you know, you put on this flat plate down here and this flat plate over here, put them together. See, that there's right on it. That's the angle of that. Oh, yeah. Y'all see that? Yeah, pencil in a grade on that. But wait, you have to have something to compare it to. Well, it was the material that the job called for. 3 inches, 3/16 thickness. And the function of the machine was to bend those bends in these front bolsters. That's a really nice steel right there. But I just cut a piece. Those skids I'm working with, total dimensions crossways yonder will be at 1 foot. You know, let's check it out exactly. So I just cut a piece of material there at 1 foot. So that way I can use that as a test jig. Well, after it's all said and done, that's a 1 foot long piece of stock right there, cut to dimension, square and everything. And that's going to be the size, the pattern for this drill pattern. 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here, and 1 in the middle, the pivot. So it's exactly to size. And the first one, likewise. Oh yeah, exactly 1 foot. Now, I'm going to turn it in for grade. But, and the project at hand was building the press die here. So, you know, it works. That's all I can say about that. Hey, y'all come on back. We'll build something next week. Well, the reason for the part is this is the original bolster. And I needed a bolster that was this much taller. 7/8 of an inch, to be precise. So, different size wheels is the reasoning for that. So, you know, just bent up a couple of them. Never know when I might need an extra one.